Ooh, what's going on, my fellow deplorables? It's your boy, Kevin. Welcome back to the channel. U.S. House of Representatives member Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez comes out as trans. Democrats have always been on the wrong side of civil rights issues. They were on the wrong side of slavery, as it was Republicans who abolished slavery. Democrats were on the wrong side of allowing women to vote, as it was Republicans who introduced and passed the 19th Amendment. Democrats were on the wrong side of segregation, as they wanted to keep the South segregated in the 1960s. And they are still, to this day, on the wrong side of civil rights issues, as they believe the number one issue in America today is transgender activism. They believe you should be able to be whatever you want to be, whatever you identify as. That's what you are. One day you want to be a hamster, you should be able to be a hamster. If you want to be a jackrabbit, you should be able to be a jackrabbit. And Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez comes out as trans. One day she's Puerto Rican, which is her true heritage. But the next day, she doesn't want to be Puerto Rican, and that is her God-given right. She wants to be black. She should be able to be black. The next day, she doesn't want to be black, and that is her right as well. She wants to be Mexican, and she should have that right. If you tell her otherwise, you're just a bigot, and bigots are not allowed in this country, and nor should they be. Let's take a look. The one and only shape-shifting, transing AOC.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with working retail, folding clothes for other people to buy. There is nothing wrong with preparing the food that your neighbors will eat. There is nothing wrong with driving the buses that take your family to work.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hallelujah.
I don't know what Terrell did. I don't know what Connolly did. But can I tell you what I did? I came to Jesus. I found in him a resting place and life.
In other words, yo, my brother, sup? That's not bad for a girl who grew up in an all-white suburb in leafy Westchester County as the daughter of the president of an architectural firm. But don't mention any of that. That's dead naming. These days, she'd like a gin and juice with salsa and frijoles, because Sandy Cortez doesn't just transition once, she keeps transitioning. She's a cutting-edge shapeshifter who collects identities the way Imelda Marcos did shoes. So she started life as a privileged white girl, then became a middle-aged black man engaged in the civil rights movement, and then in October, she transformed effortlessly into a Latinx cartoon character. Watch this.
All right, listen, okay?
Okay, I cut you. You may call that fraud.
Looks like cultural appropriation to me when she's speaking in front of African Americans, talking like MLK and Malcolm X. When she's talking in front of a largely Hispanic crowd, she sounds like she's selling hot tamales out of a food van. Sounds like cultural appropriation. But no, AOC, she's just trans race. Not transgender, trans race. And that's her right. That's her God-given right as an American. She can be whatever the hell she wants to be. And you can't tell her otherwise. You're a bigot. You're a sick Republican bigot. Liberals and Democrats are imposters. They use their constituents for their votes, and they are imposters. They shapeshift, they morph, they trans into what the voters want to see, or what they think the voters want to see. Remember this lady, Rachel Dolezal, the white lady, born white, who said she was black and actually headed up a chapter of the NAACP.
You've sent mixed signals over the years. Are you an African-American woman?
I identify as black.
You identify as black. Let me put a picture up of you in your early 20s, though. And when you see this picture, is this an African-American woman? Or is that a Caucasian woman?
That's not in my early 20s, but
That's a little younger, I guess. Yeah.
I think I was 16 in that picture.
Is she a Caucasian woman or an African American woman?
I would say that visibly she would be identified as white by people who see her.
But at the time, were you identifying yourself as African American?
In that picture, during that time, no.
Your parents were asked this question this week, and they didn't have any trouble answering it. Here's what they said. She's clearly our birth daughter, and we're clearly Caucasian. That's just a fact. Your father went on to say she's a very...
But that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. She was born white, but that doesn't matter. She can be whatever she wants to be. This is the problem with the Democratic Party's argument that men can be women, that women can be men, that men can have babies, that men can have menstrual cycles. It is a complete joke. Culture is a real thing. Race is a real thing. And when you take something like race, like gender, and you make it fluid, gender fluid, race fluid, that is destroying those things. It's destroying women. It's destroying race. It's destroying culture. Just because race is real doesn't make it racist. Culture is a good thing. And when you destroy culture like the Democratic Party is doing, it is a problem. And these people, like AOC, are imposters. They are clowns and they are imposters. Let me know what you think about all of this nonsense in the comments. I love you guys, and I'll catch you in the next video. Until next time, deuces.